Hello everybody, how are you? Every time I do a video, a podcast, pretty much anything of significance, and sometimes not too significant either, I always end it with here's to igniting your possibilities and finding your blue rose. And I keep getting asked why. Why do I keep doing that? Igniting your possibilities to me is kind of self-explanatory. When you ignite your possibilities, you take a chance on you. You bet on you. You decide in your life, what could you possibly create? What could you possibly do? Out of everything in the universe, what calls you, gives you meaning, and makes you really want to go all in and do it. That's your possibilities. Possibilities are like your dreams, but you know you can make it possible. And to make sure there's clarity here, whatever you dream, you can create. Because Spirit doesn't put those dreams in you to tease you. Ha ha ha, wasn't that a great dream about going to Puerto Rico and doing an amazing, 3-day women's retreat? It's there because it's possible. When I was flat broke and homeless, I had the dream that I would be able to inspire women to make changes in their life. Now, that would be kind of a brutal thing because obviously I was homeless at the time and I was broke, so how could I do that? But your dreams fuel you. It's the universe. When you have that dream of wow, when you wake up, or even a daydream or something hits you in a day, that's the universe telling you, whoa, you've got this. I mean, sometimes when you're at your lowest low, or when things just aren't working out, or you have money challenges, you got to pay a bill and you don't know where you're going to get the money from, or you're in a relationship and you're thinking you got to put this guy on waivers because it just isn't working out, or kick him off the team. I mean, when you get to that point, it seems that's when you have your biggest, most possible dream. Because it's the universe's way to keep you engaged, to keep you know that you can create it. So that's why I say ignite your possibilities. Find your blue rose. Blue rose is much more spiritual. Blue rose is fighting the odds, new beginnings. When you choose an untold path, when you decide I am going to start podcasting, I'm going to start video blogging, I'm going to start doing one-on-one coaching, which I've started back to doing after taking about a 2-year hiatus. I'm back to one-on-one coaching. When your heart just gets so full, that's your blue rose, because you see, blue roses are impossible to create. Whenever you see a blue rose, that means it's been dyed, because you can't genetically engineer a blue rose. So it just has taken on an enchanted significance. I mean, when you watch Game of Thrones, every once in a while they'll have somebody holding a blue rose, or you watch a movie and somebody will have a blue rose, and it's the new opportunities are being given, the new possibilities. So whenever you're thinking, what's possible and can I go after it? In reality, what you should be thinking is, how do I find my blue rose? And your blue rose is that calling, that thing you have to do, but you avoid it. And I talked about this a couple days ago, that we have a tendency to avoid that which comes easy to us, avoid that which scares the crap out of us, avoid that which seems too big for us, but it comes easy to us. I mean, I love video blogging, I love podcasts, I love that medium, I love writing, I love that creative medium. But it scares me because I think, wow, because I think, I'm the type, I think, I could have my own TV channel. I could have my own radio show. And because I dream it is possible. But that also scares you, because it's like, do I really want to put myself out that much? Do I really want to expose myself to that large of an audience? But that's what finding your blue rose is. Finding your blue rose is your thing, your uniqueness. And I know I keep talking about your uniqueness because everybody has that thing that they're really, really good at. And it could be that you're the best, muffin maker, the best cupcake maker, the best tree decorator, the best outside light decorator. A lot of my friends are looking for people now to hang their outside lights. And there are some people out there that do fabulous jobs. I mean, that was them chasing their dream. That was them decorating their own home for Christmas and everybody telling them, you need to do this for a living, and them taking a flyer on them. And that's what a blue rose is. It's taking a chance on you. Because sure, you can help other people find their blue rose. I mean, I coach women to help them find their passion, their purpose, and more importantly, what's holding them back from that. But you have to find your own blue rose. So although I help others find their blue rose, it's because I know what a blue rose looks like because I found mine. So when you are sitting there and you're looking around and you're thinking, you know, what am I going to do? What do I really want to do? Ask yourself, what's your blue rose? Ask yourself, you know, what's your opportunities? What do people always tell you that you're good at? What do you love doing? Because that is your blue rose, and your journey on this earth is to find it. It's to find your blue rose, to find your purpose, to find your passion. Some people find it when they're children. I was just, you know, messaging back to somebody, back and forth to somebody who were talking about this. Some people are lucky enough to find their purpose as children, others when they get older. But you have a purpose, and I think sometimes children find it because they're not as afraid. Children aren't as afraid to throw their sword in the sand and say, I can do this, I can do anything. They're more fearless because their shadows haven't kicked in and they haven't received all that negativity of who do you think you are? Why would you think you could do this? And you know, that'd be too hard to do, or you've got a family to take care of, you got kids to take care of, it'll cost you money, it'll cost you time, you'll need a new phone, you'll need a new laptop, you'll need to, you know, programs to figure out how to do this, and by the time you're done, you're like, oh, forget it. It's too much. Is it really? Is it ever too much to go after your dreams? Because, you know, I think it's Tony Robbins that says, you know, 2025, although he said back in 1998 or something, and 2025 will be 5 years from now. Whether you go to college, whether you go to get your degree, whether you start your own business, whether you retire, whether you know, buy that, you know, build your dream house, 2025 is still going to arrive. So are you going to arrive in 5 years and think, man, I wish I would have. I mean, I look back now because when I started my own side hustle, I started in about 2014, 2015. And I've taken many paths and gone this way and gone that way, stop, started. And I was sitting there thinking, when I was taking notes for this podcast here, I was thinking, you know, if I would have on 2015, when I first started talking about Blue Rose, had gone all in, imagine where I'd be now. But then on the other hand, I thought, well, I wasn't ready. Because if you're ready, you'll go in. The universe will keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you to do it. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine who's just getting ready to retire. You know, he has heart challenges and he needs to take care of himself. He's known that for a while, but the universe will push him and push him and push him until finally you get that scare and it's like, okay, I'm out. I got to take care of myself. That's how the universe works. I mean, you could have got that, you know, nudging, I want to be the best chocolate chip cookie maker in the world, or pumpkin pie, because I do make a mean pumpkin pie. So I want to be the best pumpkin pie maker. And I could have over the years started and stopped with pumpkin pie, started and stopped. But when it's ready, it's ready. And then you go all in. Then all of a sudden, it's not, where do I find the ingredients? How do I get a big enough oven? I think the best commercial, I don't know if it's a holiday commercial, I think it is, but I've seen it through the years, so I don't know, about the couple that has this big bakery. And when they trace it back, they go all the way back to the very beginning, they get this mixer for, I think, a wedding present, and they're like, we don't bake. That's finding your blue rose. That's igniting your possibilities. That somebody gave you, the universe, make sure you get this blender, because that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, have you ever had somebody hand you something randomly and you think, what the heck's that? Why are you giving it to me? And then you find out you love it and you embrace it and you go all in on it. That's the universe. That's how the universe works. It'll keep pointing you on your path. And if you're moving off your path, it'll keep coming back and say, well, maybe you need to do this. You know, I used to do one-on-one coaching. I did a lot of one-on-one coaching, and I just kind of stopped for a variety of reasons, which is really unimportant. It's more of my growth. It had to do with me growing. And I've kind of kicked it around the past couple months, so I want to get back to it. Do I, don't I? And I had every excuse, you know, a full-time job, you know, I've got all this going on. I like to golf. I have a lot, and I don't know if I have time to do one-on-one coaching. But the universe will push it and push it and push it. Till, you know, people start mentioning, hey, you know, if you ever do one-on-one coaching again, let me know. Okay, I don't know if I'll do. And it keeps coming up and coming up until you get that message that if you don't do one-on-one coaching, Karen, you're not going to be able to go to the next step. And it's that voice. And if I wouldn't listen to that voice, there'll be another voice and another voice, because that's how it works. You'll keep getting pushed and pushed to step into it. When all of a sudden, all your thoughts and all your fears about coaching and I don't have time and the resources and, you know, all this, I just don't have it, goes away. Because all of a sudden you think, well, I could coach on the weekends, I coach in the evenings, I can coach at lunch. So, yeah, I probably could coach. Now, what's it gonna take? Well, really not much, because I have all the coaching stuff in place. Boom. Now, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, I would have rattled off all the reasons why I can't coach. And we're in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm in assisted living. I mean, that's my job, so you can imagine how crazy our industry is right now. But all of a sudden, the universe will clear the path. I call it clearing the decks for you to find your blue rose. So if you're having an aha moment right now, write it down, you know, send it, write it in the comments, let me know. Because I know some of you guys are gonna sit there and say, oh my gosh, I've always thought about doing this, and I keep getting, you know, God winks telling me, you know, you should do it, you know, God nudges, you know, yeah, you should do this. Or people come up randomly and say, hey, why don't you, you know, make more of these chocolate chip cookies, or why don't you make more of your pumpkin pies? But no, honestly, I make one pumpkin pie a year, maybe two, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's not like I perfected the art of making pumpkin pies. And that's really the only thing I've ever cooked. So there you go. But take a chance on you and find your blue rose. And just think, your blue rose is, it's the impossible. It's finding the odd, you know, fighting the odds. It's your new beginnings, your new opportunities. It's the possibilities. Because your life is filled with possibilities. Pick the one that makes your heart sing. Pick the one that makes you want to go all in, and go all in on it. And let me know when you find your blue rose. And I'll let you know, because I talked about doing a retreat earlier in Puerto Rico. That was actually my goal in September. Last September was to do a retreat in Puerto Rico. Obviously, we know where that went to. So it will be my goal again next year in September to do a retreat in Puerto Rico, because it's a dream of mine. I want to do a retreat, and I want to do it in a ocean town, and I want to, you know, want to do it so people don't have to hassle with passports. It's a win-win. So let me know if you find your blue rose. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching this video on my podcast, please give me a subscribe. If you're watching this video on my YouTube, please give me a subscribe. And also this evening, Tuesday night, is Wine, Women, and Leadership Book Club. So if you're a reader, pop over. It's a free Facebook group. Starts tonight at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Here's to you igniting your possibilities and finding your blue rose.